The Confederation Council chamber fell silent as Ambassador Sarah Okoye entered, her boots echoing against the crystalline floor. 5 alien species, the insectoid Vrath, the gaseous Luminar, the reptilian Kesh, the 4-armed Torvins, and the amphibious Quellen, regarded her with what she had learned to recognize as contempt. The human representative hissed Commander Vextor of the Vrath, his mandibles clicking with barely concealed amusement. "Come to plead for your primitive world once more?" Sarah stood before them, clothed only in her standard diplomatic uniform. No armor, no visible weapons, no technological enhancements. To the assembled powers, she appeared pathetically vulnerable. Humanity had been deemed unworthy of full membership in the Galactic Confederation, their technology too primitive, their military too weak. Now the Council had gathered to deliver their final verdict. Earth would become a protectorate, its resources managed by superior civilizations. "I come to contest your decision," Sarah said calmly, her dark eyes scanning each representative. The Torvin delegate, General Krath, laughed, a sound like grinding stones. "Contest? With what army, human? Your species has no quantum weapons, no gravity manipulators, no dimensional shields. You are children playing at politics." "We have something better," Sarah replied. "And what is that?" sneered the Quellen High Consul, her gills flaring with derision. "Your famous human stubbornness? Your emotional outbursts?" Sarah smiled. "Understanding." Before anyone could respond, she removed her shoes. The alien representatives exchanged confused glances as the human woman's bare feet touched the polished floor. What manner of primitive ritual was this? "You see," Sarah continued, closing her eyes. "While your civilizations conquered the stars, you forgot something fundamental. You forgot to listen." She pressed her palms to the floor and something extraordinary happened. The entire council chamber began to hum, a deep, resonant frequency that made the air itself vibrate. The Luminar flickered in alarm, their gaseous form destabilizing. The floor beneath them started to ripple like water, though it remained solid crystal. "What sorcery?" Vextor began, but his words died as cracks of golden light spiderwebbed across the chamber's surface. "Not sorcery," Sarah said, her voice somehow amplified, as if the room itself carried her words. "Geology, physics, chemistry, biology, earth sciences. While you reached for the stars, we spent millennia learning to communicate with our world, and our world taught us how to speak to any world." The planet beneath them, Sanctum Prime, the Confederation's capital world, was responding to her. Every species present had feet, roots, or contact with the ground, but none had ever thought to truly connect with it. Humans, born on a volatile living planet, had developed something unique: the ability to sense and manipulate geological and electromagnetic forces through bioelectric resonance. Sarah had spent 6 months on Sanctum Prime, walking its surface, touching its stones, sleeping on its soil. She had learned its rhythms, its composition, its deep tectonic heartbeat, and now she spoke its language. The ground beneath General Krath's station suddenly elevated, lifting him 3 meters into the air on a pillar of stone. The Quellen's water basin tilted, spilling her ceremonial waters. The Vrath's platform rotated slowly, disorienting the insectoid commander. "Stop this immediately," Vextor shrieked, his warriors rushing into the chamber, only to find their feet stuck to the floor as if magnetized. "I could," Sarah said, opening her eyes. They glowed faintly, reflecting the golden light now emanating from the planetary crust. "I could stop. Or I could show you what else Earth taught us." She gestured, and the chamber's walls became transparent, revealing the city beyond. Throughout the capital, human ambassadors, dismissed as mere administrative staff, stood at key intersections, their hands pressed to the ground. Buildings began to sway gently, not destructively, but enough to demonstrate control. Power grids flickered, not failing, but dancing to a human rhythm. "Every human you allowed on this world has spent months learning it," Sarah explained. "We're not destroying anything. We're simply proving that we understand forces you've forgotten existed. Your anti-gravity cities float above planets you've never touched. Your starships leap through dimensions while ignoring the space between. You've become so advanced that you forgot the foundation of all existence, the ground beneath your feet." The Luminar's translator crackled to life. "This is unprecedented. No species has ever demonstrated such localized planetary manipulation without massive machinery. Because you use machines to avoid connection, Sarah said, releasing her hold. The chamber settled, returning to normal. The human ambassadors throughout the city stepped away from the ground simultaneously. We use machines to enhance it. General Krath, lowered back to his proper station, regarded her with newfound respect and wariness. You could have destroyed us.
Why didn't you?
Because humanity doesn't want to dominate, Sarah replied, slipping her shoes back on. We want partnership. We bring something to the Confederation that none of you possess. Intimacy with the physical universe. While you've conquered space, we've mastered place. Commander Vextor's mandibles clicked slowly, thoughtfully. You came unarmed? No, Sarah corrected. I came with the only weapon that truly matters, knowledge. And the wisdom to know when not to use it destructively. The Quellan High Consul, refilling her ceremonial basin with water that now seemed to flow more smoothly, spoke carefully. The Council may need to reconsider humanity's status. Full membership, Sarah stated firmly, and access to your star charts. You teach us the cosmos. We teach you how to truly inhabit the worlds you've claimed. Imagine Confederation colonies that never experience crop failure, because humans can sense soil depletion. Imagine mining operations that never trigger quakes because we can read tectonic stress. Imagine construction that works with a planet instead of against it. The 5 species looked at each other, their previous certainty shattered. This unarmed human had demonstrated more power in 5 minutes than their combined fleets could project. Not through destruction, but through connection. There will be conditions, Vextor began. Negotiable ones, Sarah interrupted. Between equals. The silence that followed was different from the one that had greeted her arrival. This silence held respect, curiosity, and the faint tremor of fear, not of humanity's weapons, but of their potential. As Sarah left the council chamber, she felt the planet beneath her feet humming softly, almost contentedly. Sanctum Prime had been spoken to, perhaps for the first time in centuries, and it had answered. Behind her, the Confederation began the difficult process of accepting a truth their technology had let them forget. Sometimes the most powerful force in the universe isn't the one that reaches highest, but the one that understands what lies beneath. Humanity had arrived. Not as conquerors, but as partners who remembered that before you could touch the stars, you first had to understand the Earth.